Okay, before I start this review, I just gotta say real quick, fuck you, Pitchfork. You gave this album a 6.8 out of 10, while you gave shitty-ass Igor an 8 out of 10. You don't give a shit about artistic merit. You're just giving ratings out so clearly based on what's gonna make you so much money. You're just like, oh, Igor's more catchy, even though it has less artistic merit, so I'm gonna give it a higher rating so it's more profitable. You don't give a shit about art. Okay, that's all. Let's get the review started. Punk Revolution now. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Injury Reserve's debut album, Injury Reserve. An experimental hip-hop, glitch hop, industrial hip-hop, kind of mind-bending sort of release. I can't even categorize it into anything else. I honestly can't say that I've really heard very many albums like this before. It's really left quite an impression on me. If I had to draw compare it to some artists, I would compare it to JPEG Mafia, but like sounds completely different than JPEG Mafia. The only reason I'd compare it to him is because of like the similar creative direction in terms of wanting to be experimental hip-hop that sort of pushes the boundaries. Kanye West, also kind of same thing, where it doesn't really sound that much like Kanye West, besides maybe a few moments, like in the last song on this album, but whatever. And dare I say, just a teeny tinge of Death Grips. Ooh. Did I just compare this album to Death Grips? Are you going to downvote my video now because I compared it to Death Grips? Too bad. It actually does sound a lot like Death Grips at some special moments. Anyways, this album left an impression on me. For basically the bottom line, this album has some of the best production I've ever heard on any hip-hop album, or maybe album in general, ever. I'm serious. I'm fucking serious. The production on this album blows my mind. It's unlike anything I've heard, besides the influences I just named just a little bit. It's dynamic. At some moments it's just chill and just tingling your ears. It's like, oh, so minimal and just so cool. And then other moments it's just punching you in the fucking face. And it's just so dynamic, and it just comes together, and it's so experimental. It's just like, whoa, 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 whoa. There's always something interesting to be listening to. There's always something interesting to be listening to in this whole album from start to finish, and that makes it freaking great. And like, it's just, like I said, it's original, it's dynamic, it hits you, it makes you want to fucking bang your head, it makes you, oh, what's that interesting sound? It's just so good. The production is amazing. I can't say anything else about it. And I mean, if you look through this, when I look through the track list, every single song on this album left an impression with me. It's like, oh yeah, this song is this song. I've never heard a song in my life that sounds like this. And that's just a fantastic achievement. So this album ultimately does achieve a lot. But the rapping is good. And that's kind of my one critique of this album, is the rapping is good. I think the rapping is good. I think the lyrics are fun. The rapping is fun. Sometimes the rapping is about Teslas and Instagram and fashion and just kind of ironic, a little bit fun lyrics. Totally fun. And sometimes the lyrics are about death and guilt and more serious stuff, especially on the second half of the album. And that's totally cool too. Totally cool, totally perfectly good rapping. Now, I just said this album has the best production I've ever heard on any album I've ever listened to. And now, the rapping is just perfectly good. Do you see my issue here? Do you see my issue? I mean, the rapping doesn't hurt the album at all. The rapping doesn't hurt this album at all. But if I'm listening to the album with the best production I've ever heard in my life, with dynamic, crazy, creative production, I want the rapping to be on par. I want the rapping to be crazy and just super creative and just like, whoa, and just hit me emotionally, but also like, throw some abstract lyrics at me, just fucking blow my mind too. I want the whole package to blow my mind. But ultimately, I cannot say it does that. I think the lyrics are perfectly good, but what is ultimately accomplished here with the rapping? Not very much. It's pretty standard rapping, and if I'm being entirely frank, I think sometimes the features who are rapping do a better job than the Injury Reserve rappers do. So that's gonna kind of leave a mark on the rating that I'm going to give this. I'm going to give this album an 8.69 420. Not because I'm a pervert, but because that's literally what the rating it deserves. Out of 10. An 8.69 out of 420. 8.69 420 out of 10. Good job, Injury Reserve. You created an album that left an impression on me. Punk Revolution. Nah.